Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly love reading. This will be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please keep in mind energy can go vice versa, and this reading won't resonate with everyone, so take what fits, but please leave the rest out. We have burden with wealth, so someone feels like they've lost everything. They're the ones that took the huge hit here. It feels like they're down and out in a situation, or this can be vice versa, where it feels like the weight of the world is on them. There's no positivity. There's nothing that's going to bring things about the way that they want. I'm going through the dark night of a soul period and need space. With my biggest regret is not telling you how I feel. Yeah, someone's going through a life lesson here, dealing with some difficult emotions. Also feeling like there's just no way out is what I'm seeing. Overall energy, 9 of Cups. This is about wish fulfillment. Feeling joyous as well. I feel like someone is wanting to feel a specific way again and feels like that there's no way that that could happen. All right, so let's see what's going on in your energy. We have 4 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the 9 of Swords. Okay, so you guys are going through a really difficult period yourself. You're trying to look at things in a way that is logical, not allowing your emotions to take control over your actions or try to change your mind on something here. You're also fearing the worst. You feel like this has been such a stressful period that you've needed time for respite, to take time for yourself, and also feeling like you were abandoned. This brought up a lot of hurt, possibly core wound that you've been dealing with for a long time. Some of you have an abandonment wound, and it's been difficult to kind of see your way out of this. And the King of Swords, you are, and you do have the power to see through all of these emotions and see what needs to be addressed. So I see the universe pushing you in a way to look at this in a very logical sense. Okay, so let's see what's going on in their energy. We have 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the King of Cups. I want to see this 9 of Swords real quick for you. 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Wands. Yeah, some of you just don't know what you did or why they decided to abandon you or just leave this connection, because there's a lot of confusing energy and you're just trying to sift your way out of it. Okay, with the King of Cups, Ace of Wands, I see that they are feeling overwhelmed with emotions for you, but they're keeping this close to the vest, not allowing themselves to engage. They have the idea, this surge of energy, though, that completion needs to happen here or some unfinished business needs to be dealt with. Let's see this King of Cups. Queen of Swords, that's why. And the Hermit. Yeah, they feel like they crossed the line with you and maybe there's no way out of this mess. They also are dealing with some issues, things that they're learning here in their environment. Also, the mistakes that they made, you know, it's weighing heavy on them and trying to find a way out of it. Hermit, Queen of Swords, searching through the dark night of the soul as well. So let's see his Hermits. 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups. Yeah, painful memories, things that they have suppressed and not really taken notice or addressed it, and now they are. So they are working on themselves. But I also see they have a regret here, not reaching out, not saying how they feel. So let's see this Ace of Wands, the surge of energy. 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. As they go through these periods of figuring out things and understanding themselves, they're also playing a game here. They haven't quite revealed their feelings, but they haven't left the connection. So they're having trouble deciding what to do because as they feel these emotions, you come to mind. So let's see what's happened in the past. We have Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Death card. Wow, you are a truly devoted partner to them. What wasn't taken notice was how much you were there for them, how much you understood them. You are stepping into your power here in the Queen of Pentacles. But I see that there's an opportunity that wasn't embraced. they tended to withdraw or just not give in to building a solid foundation with you. I see at times they tended to dwell on the negative or these emotions that they have when it comes to their feelings, almost suppressing it because they feel like it just shouldn't be felt. It is a strange feeling, and they know this about themselves, that they don't feel like everyone else. Like they don't think that they should be feeling love towards even another person or an adoration. So it's stirring up some things within them. Let's see this Death card. Six of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Strength and the Moon card. There's a lot of things unknown going on here in this situation that you just didn't know. But with the Strength card, I see that they feel empowered, that you are the one. You're the person that they desire to commit to be with here. King and Queen of Pentacles, strength. But they couldn't overcome their insecurities or their feelings about love. They feel like it got in the way, and it stopped them from reciprocating here in the Six of Pentacles. So it did feel like you were supporting them. You gave and gave and gave, and draining you emotionally and feeling left out in their world. But they were being very stubborn, knowing that you were feeling this way, but not doing anything about it. So you might have felt at times you couldn't reach out to them. They were unattainable, and it was just a difficult situation to build a bond with them. Let's see the challenge here. Seven of Cups, Six of Wands. Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords. Yeah, they were keeping distance between the two of you. They were making choices based on their selfishness or their needs. Feeling like they don't want to be clouded with emotions. They need to make decisions based on logic and what's best for them financially and as well in their life. But it really shocked them why they are feeling this intensely for you. They didn't understand it at first, and it was bringing some things to the surface that they felt very uncomfortable with, as well as being so confused on which they truly desired. So they were feeling like this urge, this energy to want to commit to you, to be successful in this relationship and give to you equally. But they were being tempted by other options to flee, to focus on their financial needs, other things going on in their life, that this would just end up in heartache possibly. Let's see this Five of Swords. They did this on purpose. So you might have felt in the beginning, it was very strong. Both of you seemed to be on the same page, have the same goals in mind, but suddenly they were like a brick wall. They were very stubborn. And it's because with the Three of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, they weren't willing to work with you and compromise as a team. Due to this Ace of Cups, they felt like this energy or this love for you that became intoxicating. They've never felt like that, so they didn't want to embrace it. They were just fearful and running from it. Let's see a Seven of Wands. Also, both of you could have been in a committed situation as well if it's a third party. So that put a block up. Five of Cups. Yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty here, but emotional stress on your end because they were neglecting you, constantly rejecting your advances or discussions, trying not to be honest and just avoid, and this left you feeling sad and left you devastated. Let's see his Five of Cups. Three of Cups, Justice. Yeah, how is this fair? You aren't the person that I thought you were going to be. How could you treat me this way when in the beginning we were on the same page in the Two of Cups? Now we're in the Three and you're still not being fair because it's the challenge. It's not balanced. They weren't allowing you to feel the joy and the love in this connection, allowing this bond to grow, this opportunity to be taken advantage of instead of just left there in limbo. All right, there is a lot of heaviness to this, and I see now why you are in the Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles. When we don't have the answers completely, we tend to dwell on the negative, and we fill in the blanks, the what ifs, you know, and what if they did this behind my back? What if they were thinking this way? And it's really hard to kind of see through those murky emotions. So the King of Swords, trust at this time to look at things in a logical way. Spirit's trying to give you that advice. Try not to let your emotions take control over how you feel or what you do moving forward. But at the same time, it is okay to grieve, to feel these emotions, and just not let it consume you. Okay, 5 of Wands, Magician, King of Wands, and the 3 of Wands, what they're about to do. So there is a powerful shift coming that is going to surprise you. This is going to change everything that has happened here. So if this reading is resonating with you in the extended, we're going to go over exactly what action this is, what they're going to say moving forward, as well as the timing and the outcome. If this is your last stop, thank you so much for joining me. I love you guys. Many blessings, and I'll see you next time.